All right, well, thank you. I appreciate the invitation and appreciate the chance to get up here and talk about our experience with the Energy Forum and RMI's input this year. We started this program last June, and at Mike's invitation, we came to the last forum, and we're really impressed with what we've heard from the other companies who have been involved in this program. I asked Mike if he would come by and see our facility. A lot of the companies that they were there at the time, GM and Lockheed Martin, very big companies. We're not so big. We're under $50 million in sales. We have about 100 employees and 2 locations, one here in Baltimore and one in Alabama. The challenge for us was we have a very old facility. It's about a 60-year-old plant. It's been expanded multiple times, and we're not really manufacturing anything this high-tech. This is plastic extrusion. We make nets, fencing, and different types of containment systems for a variety of industries. But we saw an opportunity here, and when we met with Mike, he confirmed with us that we had some opportunities for savings. The interesting thing for us was they came in, Bob and his team, Peter met with us, and they kind of outlined what the whole process would be like. They looked at all our facilities where we were wasting energy, recommended a whole list of things. We really didn't know what to expect. And we were really impressed with what ultimately came out of our audit. They identified about, at the time, we've since refined it, but at the time they identified about $100,000 a year worth of savings with an investment of just over $100,000. For us, that's a huge savings. You know, we're in a very competitive market. We are facing competition from across the seas and a lot of places where they have much cheaper labor rates, a lot of advantages we don't have, so we have to look for every opportunity we can for savings. The energy audit primarily looked at lighting. Lighting is a big concern for us. We have to have safe working environments. We also have to make sure that our workers have a comfortable place to work. So it's not just a matter of saving money for us. It was also about trying to create an atmosphere where our workers felt like they could, you know, be comfortable. It was hot and cold in different parts of the plant. We wanted to balance that out. We wanted to ultimately provide for them a place where they could really work comfortably. Through working with Bob, we identified a couple different areas. Our plant uses these extruders. They're very big machines. They're very hot. They produce a lot of waste heat, which is great in the wintertime because it helps keep our plant warmer than our traditional heating systems can do. But in the summertime, it makes it very, very hot. So we designed a system that can ultimately use that heat properly during the wintertime, but ultimately we can get rid of that waste heat during the summer when it's too hot. The lighting upgrades we originally looked at a smaller upgrade, but now we're looking to go to LEDs, which will not only reduce the energy consumption, but also provide less maintenance. They don't take as much maintenance to go in and replace them all the time, and it cuts down on the amount of time that's tied up in making sure that the equipment functions properly. Beyond that, the RMI came in and kicked off our green teams. That was a big step forward for us. We had never really done anything like this. In the plant, we have some representatives of our green team here today. And that's been it was a kind of maybe a difficult thing to get started. I was a little skeptical about how that was really going to work, if we could really get our employees engaged. Through Jody's help, we really were able to get that program going. That has gone really, really well. It's kind of built up some momentum as we've moved forward, and really has started to take on some energy of its own and really get some initiatives going. Our first activities have just gotten underway now. The first of those is we've set up new recycling centers outside of our plant so that all waste is being recycled into a big bin outside. So instead of everything going into a dumpster like we used to do before, we now put everything into recycle bins, which are separated by the recycling industry. Additionally, we just completed our registration with the Maryland Green Registry, so we were proud to be listed on that just a few weeks ago. And then we're kicking off some additional signage in the plants and making sure that we can spread this message through the whole company. Really what made this whole process great for us is the fact that being a small company, we don't have a lot of resources. We're not a huge company that has, its own energy policy group or anything like that. We don't have those resources. We are kind of everybody pitching in and doing everything in our plant all the time. So RMI's involvement, really they came in and provided everything turnkey. They kind of took care of everything. They took control of the wheel and drove the whole thing forward. So that was really key, because if it was just up to us, we would have never taken on this initiative. We would have just been, going along like we always did and paying the high bills and not getting the benefit of being able to turn that money back into the company. But with their input, really we were able to drive this thing. They made it really completely, there was no effort on our part. In the management of not only on doing the audit, we didn't have to proceed with that. We didn't have to commit any resources to it. They came in and did everything for us. So it really became simple. We just showed up and opened the door. They came in, provided us all the inputs, and guided us through the whole process. Even the BG&E loans and rebates, they helped us fill out the paperwork. So really, it didn't take a lot of my time, didn't take any of my staff's time. So really, everything can move forward on its own. Our plant is 165,000 square feet, and it's pretty large. So we've got a lot of open spaces. One of the key things, as I mentioned before, was the lighting. We had areas that weren't really being served, that we weren't doing any production in, that were overlit. We had other areas where we were doing a lot of production, needed better lighting. They were able to come in, and Bob has designed a system that really provides the right amount of light in each space. In total, we're going to save roughly 500,000 kilowatt hours with our program in a very old structure that's not well insulated, not really well lit, and not really, any of the modern conveniences of a new building. I think that's pretty significant. In general, we're really excited about what we've achieved so far. We're excited to get all these improvements done. We hope by spring all the work will be done, and our green team will continue to move forward beyond that and look for additional ways and opportunities for savings.